bringing Israel to the world. This is IBN News.
With News of Israel, I'm Susan Michaels. According to the Palestinian Health Ministry, Israeli forces shot and killed a Palestinian during a clash in the West Bank as troops prepare to demolish the home of a man accused of killing an Israeli in a shooting attack. Fighting erupted late Sunday in the village of Isilat al-Harithiyah, home to a Palestinian who had been detained and charged with a fatal shooting near the illegal outpost of Homesh. Witnesses said soldiers and Palestinian gunmen exchanged fire after the troops arrived to carry out the demolition. According to Israeli military, hundreds of Palestinians threw rocks and petrol bombs at the soldiers, who responded with riot dispersal equipment and also fired at gunmen they had spotted. 10 other Palestinians were also reportedly wounded in the fighting. Prime Minister Naftali Bennett flew to the Gulf state of Bahrain this week to establish stronger ties between the two states. Bennett's trip to the Gulf is the first public visit by an Israeli prime minister to Bahrain and comes less than 2 weeks after the allies signed a historic defense agreement, and while nuclear talks between world powers and Iran are dragging on in Vienna. Bennett is scheduled to meet with the kingdom's crown prince and Prime Minister Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to discuss the importance of peace, advancement, and prosperity in the region. An IDF soldier of the same West Bank battalion under investigation for the death of an elderly Palestinian man was accused by a military court this week of causing a fatal car crash in the West Bank and recklessly killing a Palestinian father. According to the indictment, the incident took place in December of 2020, with a former soldier driving a confiscated Palestinian vehicle, officially banned for use on public roads, near the West Bank city of Ramallah. And a convoy of hundreds of vehicles drove along the main highway from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem on Monday, converging on Parliament to protest against COVID-19 curbs, an action inspired by demonstrations in Canada. I'm Susan Michaels.
IBN, Israel Broadcast Network.